It's my husband. He's gone missing.
Missing?
I'm terribly worried. It's just Fred's never been gone this long before.
How long has he been missing?
Since the funeral.
Well, I can start right away.
You know, first I want to ask, being set in the 70s, where do you think you would have been if you started in Hollywood in the 70s?
Oh, a car park attendant, probably. Yeah.
It's all about timing, I guess, then.
Yeah, it's about timing, yeah. Yeah, no idea. Probably wouldn't have fitted in at all.
Yeah?
Oh, man. I know I'd have a rockin' mustache.
Dude, can you grow a thick mustache? Like a burly mustache?
No, man, that's more like an Errol Flynn type thing, but no, I don't know where I'd be. I'm probably doing a guest spot on Starsky and Hutch. I don't know. Who knows, man?
Boy, that's a good question. I don't know. I think I've been so lucky every step of the way that if you just changed any part of it, it wouldn't have happened.
With this murder mystery
Sure.
comedy, it kind of takes a political turn along the way. Like, was there a specific message you wanted to get in? Was it about the period and the time, or was it?
You know, it's funny. There's an old expression: if you want to send a message, you call Western Union. You know,
Yeah.
don't cram your movie with it. That said, there is often a parallel that you can see reflected in a movie, especially a period piece. You know, themes or issues that recur, and I think that the kind of era that this represents, when we had global warming, and now in this it's the pollution, things like that, that people are trying to deny or sort of suppress technologies. Or, we're not making a statement here. We're just suggesting that it's always going to be this way, and there's always going to be two schmucks who have the balls to, stand up to it.
You're a private investigator?
My profession is very complicated. Okay, it's nuanced. That's a lot of blood.
Now, March takes a beating throughout this. I mean, all the way through, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Do you enjoy being the brunt of that, like, constantly?
I did. It was, I've always wanted to do this kind of, like, physical comedy. It's my favorite kind of, film, and I just thought, I'll be a fan of those. I won't get to make them, but working on this was kind of like a dream in that way, and everybody was so, was so on board with it.
Gowrie did amazing in this.
She's incredible.
Did working with a child like that, who essentially just delivers, allow you to kind of expand your character and feel more free with it? Yeah,
because she had such great ideas. She wasn't intimidated at all by the process or any of it. She I guess her parents are they're theater people, and her father's a director, and so she's just old hat at it. She came on set, she knew what her character would and wouldn't do. She had very strong ideas, and it made the movie better.
You beat people up and charge money?
Yeah. Sad, isn't it?
How much would you charge to beat up my friend Janet?
What?
How much you got?
$30?
That's good. This conversation is over.
Now, your character has a very defined code, but he moves around a little bit.
So he has a very loose code, you mean?
Well, he has a defined code. But
His code is defined as loose.
In the sense that he does learn, I guess. But did you give him any more backstory? Because we hear a little bit of his backstory, but you can tell there has been many things that happened to him.
Yeah, well, and there was other things that we had. Loosely, you're probably talking about, the guy at his age at that time, a guy that grew up, in the 50s, went into the services, and we sort of decided Navy, because I wanted him to be displaced. So he's very definitely an East Coast guy. He finds himself in Southern California, and my assumption was that was because when he came out of the Navy, he came out in San Diego. You can see those parts of his personality in his apartment. Where some people might have 10 of something, he's got one. His shelves are very spare. He can get up from his bedroom and walk in a straight line out his front door, and everything that he needs for the day is going to be, along that route. So, yeah, he's a very simple fella, but, here he is having, if he has been a serviceman, dedicating his so much of his life to other people, finding himself at, the age that he is, and still not feeling that he's being useful, you know. So, you know, there's a sort of an inherent sadness in Jackson Healy, which is kind of traditional in terms of clowns, you know. And I think you'll find that with both of these characters that if you sort of scrape away the surface, these, you know, they're the types of, you know, sad fellows that we've watched before in movies, but possibly not in movies where they talk to a, you know, a tall, life-size smoking bee.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, you know, there's a guy coming to kill us. That kind of crap.
Hey, can you behave like a professional?
I'm sorry. Is this the first time you played just a straight-up killer?
Yeah, I mean, I did a series where in a roundabout way I ended up being a killer, but yeah, in a movie, yeah.
Do you like that kind of that determination of just straightforward, gun in hand, have will travel?
When Shane Black writes and directs it, yeah, I love it, man. Joel Silver produces it, hell yeah. No, it was really fun. I mean, I loved the duality of this guy who is so cold-blooded and ruthless, but who is, you know, in the visage of John Boy from the Waltons. Just that duality alone was interesting and funny and fun for me. And Shane had a lot of really great source material for the character, and I drew some inspiration from some pretty fun places. And we did nights, so it was inherently you're in kind of a darker place in general when you're filming at 4 a.m. And it was really fun. The entire shoot was just a really good time, I think, for everybody.
This is not you. You're not a murderer.
I just killed 3 people.
I know, but I'm saying deep down.
Look, if you come in here, you beat up on me. It's part of the job, I accept it. But what did you do? You pissed me off.